Hey, how are you? I'm going to be reading from Leadership Northouse. I'll be in chapter 3. I'm going to be on page 46, starting in the section titled Skills Model. Alright, Skills Model. Beginning in the 1990s, a group of researchers with funding from the U.S. Army and Department of Defense set out to test and develop a comprehensive theory of leadership based on problem-solving skills in organizations. The studies were conducted over a number of years using a sample of more than 1,800 Army officers represented 6 grade levels, from second lieutenant to colonel. The project used a variety of new measures and tools to assess the skills of these officers, their experiences, and the situations in which they worked. The researchers' main goal was to explain the underlying elements of effective performance. They addressed questions such as these: what accounts for why some leaders are good problem solvers and others are not? What specific skills do high-performing leaders exhibit? How do leaders influence characteristics, career experiences, and environmental influences affect their job performance? As a whole, researchers wanted to identify the leadership factors that create exemplary job performance in an actual organization. Based on the extensive findings from the project, Mumford and colleagues formulated a skill-based model of leadership. The model is characterized as a capability model because it examines the relationship between a leader's knowledge and skills, their capabilities, and the leader's performance. Leadership capabilities can be developed over time through education and experience, unlike the great man approach, which implies that leadership is reserved for only the gifted few. The skills approach suggests that many people have the potential for leadership. If people are capable of learning from their experiences, they can acquire leadership. The skills approach can also be distinguished from the leadership approach we will discuss in subsequent chapters, which focus on behavioral patterns of leaders. Their style approach, transformational leadership, or leader-member exchange theory. Rather than emphasizing what leaders do, the skill approach frames leadership as the capabilities, knowledge, and skills that make effective leadership possible. The skill-based model of Mumford's group has 5 components: competencies, individual attributes, leadership outcomes, career experiences, and environmental influences. A portion of the model illustrating 3 of these components appears in figure 3.2. This portion of the model is essential to understanding the overall skill-based leadership model. Going over to page 48, competencies. As can be observed in the middle box in figure 3.2, problem-solving skills, social judgment skills, and knowledge are at the heart of the skills model. These 3 competencies are the key factors that account for effective performance. Mumford in 2012. Problem-solving skills. What are problem-solving skills? According to Mumford, Zakara, and Hardy in 2000, problem-solving skills are a leader's creative ability to solve new and unusual, ill-defined organizational problems. The skills include being able to define significant problems, gather problem information, formulate new understandings about the problem, and generate prototype plans for problem solutions. Mumford, Todd, Higgs, and McIntosh in 2017 identified 9 key problem-solving skills leaders employ to address problems. Problem definition. The ability to define noteworthy issues or significant problems affecting the organization. Cause-goal analysis. The ability to analyze the causes and goal relevant to addressing problems. Constraint analysis. The ability to identify the constraints or limiting factors influencing any problem solution. Planning. The ability to formulate plans, mental simulations, and actions arising from a cause, goal, and constraint analysis. Forecasting. The ability to anticipate the implications of executing the plans. Executing the plans. Creative thinking. The ability to develop alternative approaches and new ideas for addressing potential pitfalls of a plan identified in forecasting. Idea evaluation. The ability to evaluate these alternative approaches, viability, and executing the plan. Wisdom. The ability to evaluate the appropriateness of these alternative approaches within the context or setting in which the leader acts, and sense-making visioning, the ability to articulate a vision that will help followers understand, make sense of, and act on the problem. Figure 3.3 shows the relationship between these different skills as a developing process where employment of one skill can lead to the next. To clarify how these problem-solving skills work in conjunction with one another, consider the following hypothetical situation. Imagine that you are the director of human resources for a medium-sized company, and you have been informed by the president that you have to develop a plan to reduce the company's healthcare costs. In deciding what you will do, you demonstrate problem-solving skills in the following ways. First, you identify the full ramifications for employees of changing their health insurance coverage. Problem, definition, forecasting. What is the impact going to be? The cause-goal analysis. Second, you gather information about how benefits can be scaled back. Constraint analysis. What other companies have attempted a similar change and what were their results? Forecasting. Third, you find a way to teach and inform the employees about the needed change. Planning or creative thinking. How can you frame the change in such a way that is clearly understood? Planning, creative thinking, and wisdom. Fourth, you create possible scenarios for how the change will be instituted. Forecasting, idea evaluation. How will the plan be described? Fifth, you look closely at the solution itself. Idea evaluation. How will implementing this change affect the company's mission and your own career? Sense making, vision. Last, are there any issues in the organization, union rules that may affect the implementation of these changes? Constraint analysis, forecasting. It's page 49. All right. Problem-solving skills also demand that leaders understand their own leadership capacities as they apply possible solutions to the unique problems in their organization. Mumford, Zucchero, Connolly, and Marks in 2000. Being able to construct solutions play a special role in problem solving. In considering solutions to organizational problems, skilled leaders need to attend to the time frame for constructing and implementing a solution. Short-term and long-term goals, career goals, and organizational goals, and external issues, all of which could influence the solution. The process of dealing with novel, ill-defined organizational problems is complex and demanding for leaders in many ways. It is like a puzzle to be solved. For leaders to solve such puzzles, the skill-based model suggests that problem-solving skills are essential. I'm going to leave it right there. That's finishing on page 50. All right.